Mike Jones here with Ken's. It's another brand new show. Let's get inside and check it all out.
Little Georgia's #1 sight and sound source. Go to Ken's.
All right, I am in a loft in downtown Macon, which you would absolutely say you are in downtown New York. This is incredible. I was a part of this from day one with this couple, and when I came in here, it was sawdust special. There was mess everywhere, but the vision of them was incredible, and getting with them and getting to our vision. Now, in this, you have a brick wall. Not a whole lot of option to hide cables with a brick wall, but as the owner had pointed out, we have these gigantic pipes, or whatever you want to call them, all this steel structure, everything that goes through these buildings. So with his idea, not mine, we came in and we put this steel pole here, and that gave us A, a place to mount the TV, B, a place to hide our cables, which I think is fantastic, because it really does add to the feel of this loft. It's amazing. Now, this is our furniture that we came in, or his furniture that we came in, and we modified these because we were putting a subwoofer inside here, right? Here's our Klipsch 10-inch sub, and we modified it with grill cloth so it could breathe and wouldn't rattle. We just did both sides so that it would match. Now, inside we've got a Hoss of a Yamaha, the Vintage. You know how much I talk about a Vintage. This is the 1000 series of those, which has 1000 watts of power, and it's behind these glass doors, but because it's behind these doors, sometimes the remote would not work there, so we put in an RF adapter, which makes this work wherever, because his kitchen is way, 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 way back there, and he has to be able to control this and not have to hold it like that and hold your tongue just right. Now, Klipsch is my fave. This is the G42 soundbar. In a surround sound system, you have to have a left, a center, a right, and 2 rears. So here's your left, your center, and your right. And then your rears, you're probably seeing the cutaway now. We mounted them up in the ceiling. Now, because there's no option to hide cables here, my men just had to be very creative. So we ran with all of his electrical lines to make sure we hit all of our speaker lines. Now, this is Sony Smart 60 LED 240 hertz refresh. I've been talking about these TVs. This is a 2K. They make 2K and 4K, of course, and 1K is what we've been buying forever, meaning 1,000 lines of resolution, 2,000 and 4,000. This is the in-between, and man, is it awesome. All of this light in here, even with glare, it still is absolutely killing it. Now, from a sound standpoint, we definitely have sound. Here is what you normally will be watching, but listen to the music. I'll just go to a music channel real quick. You hear the clarity? Every single piece, every instrument. This is what Klipsch does. They're very, very good at it, by the way. Now, at the end of the day, this is a full-blown surround sound, and these guys have done it right. I have to say, this is the way it is done. Now, pricing. It all depends on where your budget is. Your theater is going to start anywhere from $500 to $700 to what this loft has in, which is not $500 to $700. But the coolest thing about it is we come to you, we pick the product that best suits you, and then it kind of fits your budget. But more importantly, it's a long-term thing. You don't have to redo this thing in 3 years. This, folks, is absolutely how it's done. Awesome. All right, now we have some humongous specials. Now I'm down at our Warner Robins Superstore today, and let me tell you, these deals, they apply at both stores, but I want you to know, you guys that work in the Robins Air Force Base world, with your ID, you get some huge discounts. So don't forget that when you come in here, say, look, if you're not in uniform, say, look, I serve you guys, and we'll serve you back with a little gift, which is nice to know. Now, moving on to the good stuff. Alpine's 2015 year has started rolling. AM, FM, CD, USB, mini. It has a detachable face. It has an equalizer. It has a 200-watt amplifier in it. And listen to this. Most of these radios, for as long as I can remember, have been anywhere from $159 to $219, even $149, as you saw on this price from 2014. But the new model is now $129 with free installation. That's an AM, FM, CD with USB and mini and detachable face for $129. Now, the touchscreen world, like this world right here, has just gotten so big time that you need to come in and check out Alpine and Pioneer's newest ones. They're going to start anywhere from $244 and up. Specifically this model right here, check this out. This is AM, FM, CD, DVD, touchscreen, has a built-in equalizer. You can change to 3 different colors. It has pre-outs if you want to add a subwoofer. It has a 200-watt amplifier built into it. It's $244, and the Bluetooth version is only $99 more than that. Now, they were 2 or 3 times that much money not even a year ago. So it just shows you, and the installation is always free at Ken's unless you have to have some crazy cut or some kind of custom deal. Now, in the world of, hey, I don't care about a touchscreen, but I just want a big face radio, Pioneer and Alpine both have answered that call here. They're going to start as low as $194 and up for the what they call the big face radios. Now, the reason I bring that to your attention is a lot of the cars made after 2003 come with an oversized radio, and if you put a mounting kit in there, sometimes it has a pocket beneath it, and some folks just want the bigger display. I have to have the bigger display because I can't see, and that's just the way that works out. So when you come into the Warner Robins Superstore, just check out some of these deals. I mean, starting as low as $89 for AM/FM CD players with remote control, all the way up to when you get into the navigation radios, basically anything that your budget will work, and the installation's free. How cool is that? Now, let's talk about base packages, because now that the tax season is in, a lot of folks are wanting to reward themselves for such a big, long year of hard work. They're saying, look, I just want to do something nice for myself. Well, this is how that works. In the base package world, we carry Rockford Fosgate, we carry JL Audio, and Digital Designs, and all of these are going to be anywhere from $299 and up. This is a bigger and heavier duty package that comes with a 1,000 watt amplifier. But when you come in, bring the vehicle that you're going to do the installation in, and let them take these boxes out and put them in your vehicle and see which one fits. Because some folks say, hey, I don't need any trunk space, I just want bass. And some people say, look, I want all my trunk space and I still need bass. And they make all these different boxes and stealth boxes and all these different sizes. But again, from $299 and up with free installation, it comes with the amplifier, it comes with cables, you're probably seeing a cutaway of it right now, it comes with the subwoofer, it comes with the box, it comes with the install, and it comes with a warranty, a real life guarantee, where you don't have to call 1-800 I don't care. When something goes wrong, you just come in and we take care of it. That's who we are as a company. Service is what we do. This is the Cancer Center part of Medical Center downtown Macon. I love this room, and what they did is they created this on the second floor to teach their patients and their family how to cook and keep their body healthy. So you have this huge cooking top right here, which is amazing. And what it does is it has a high definition camera right here that films the man as he's standing here, whether it be man or woman or chef. Let's call him chef. The chef's here. Now, they'll be able to wear a mic like this and be able to speak the whole time. We also have a headset for them as well. And it's really, really cool because as they're preparing it, the room is really big, which you'll see now. Check this out. So the room goes all the way down here. Check this out. So what we did is, because you've got that cooktop all the way, I don't know if it's called a cooktop, but down there, we've got a way for that to film, and we got two, not one but two, 55-inch LEDs that allow them to see what's going on in the cooktop. This one right now has one display, and you see this one has another display. Now, we flush speakers in so we don't have a bunch of stuff hanging off the walls. You see right here, which is really nice because why? Well, I'm going to tell you why. I'm glad you asked. There is a partition right here that just pulls all the way out and turns this into 2 different classrooms. So that way they can have 2 different teachings. They have these microphones, as you can see I'm speaking over right now. This is for room 1, and they're all color-coded, room 2, room 1 type deal. And then we put in these really, really, really cool, check this out, touch screens right here, and these control the system. So whatever I want it to do, if I want to see the Blu-ray, I hit the Blu-ray button, it's really nice. It'll come up on the television, but more importantly, check this out. They also are mobile, so they can take them with them and they control it from the back of the classroom. So now if they want to watch a YouTube type of tutorial or something like that, they can. It's really, really nice, and this is simple. Look how thin that is. Isn't that nice? But at the end of the day, you got to have a place to put it so it doesn't get missing type thing, and it comes back in. This also controls all the power, the camera, the volume control, anything you want to do. You can watch movies in the whole 9 yards. So, but here's what's cool about it. So when we did this, he said, I need it user-friendly. User-friendly. I mean, if you want to see a camera, you push the camera button. If you want to see the Blu-ray, you want to plug a laptop in. Here's another thing. So we put these plates in down here. This is pretty cool. And this allows you to bring in a modern laptop because you know VGA is going away. HDMI is the future type thing. And you'll be able to plug it in here. And that allows you to do your own class because a lot of folks will come from out in the field. They'll pop open their laptop and be able to teach their class. Bada bing, bada bang. Push the button that says, that's right, laptop, and then you're home free. This is a cool setup, super user-friendly, but very technology-based. It allows them to have one big classroom, 2 classrooms, and man, I love it. My boys did an awesome job. All right, River of Light Church, Quarter Road, Warner Robins, Georgia. You have to come down here. These guys have gotten into the technology side of this, and they are serving the Lord in a technology world. Before they had images on the both sides, but they're in the old 480p format, so it's kind of old school. Now we have, if you can see the size of me and the size of their logo, this is a 200-inch 16:9 motorized screen because they have stained glass back there that they didn't want to go away where their baptismal is. So the coolest thing about it is all that can go away and it all disappears up into the ceiling as you see up top. Now, they are full 1080p. They have iMac. They are absolutely killing it. All their scripture and everything through a Pro Presenter setup, and you know how much we have an affection for Pro Presenter. Now, before they had a cluster in the middle that was kind of tilted down, and when I was measuring for you techies out there from an SPL standpoint, it was like 111 dB in the middle and like 80 in the back. So it was killing the folks in the middle. So what we did is we took all that away. We put in PV Sanctuary, which you know how much I love the Sanctuary series, and we separated them to kind of give them more of a stereo setup. Now let me let you hear a sound demo of what 5,000 watts through the right sounding speakers will do. Go ahead. That's how it's supposed to sound. Amazing. All right, see what you have to know is with that you hear the clapping, you hear the voice, you hear the instruments, and that's just like a 10 or 15 second demo. But the idea is if you fill this church up with 300 or 400 people in here, they all have to hear it at the same time, and they didn't have that before. We also, I'm sure you've seen a cutaway now of the sound panels that we did in the back, and the idea behind that is they have so much firing forward that it was all echoing back at them, and it was kind of like a giant headache. So we've started with 8 of the Acoustimax sound panels, which he said even in the first Sunday they were like, wow, their musicians said we already have noticed a difference. So they have spread out everybody. They had some crazy steps and stuff here, and all that's gone away, and they've got a lot more room for their teams of worship and all that. Now, what you have to know about this, and I'm sure he's showing you a demo of the up top, up in their crow's nest up there, is you have to have the right product. And that comes to us. This has been painstakingly for this church because we've had to make so many changes along the way to fix problems from the past, but more importantly, to make sure that it's a 10 or 15-year-old system and you don't have to make any changes for that kind of time frame, so your money's well spent. We did a Behringer X32, which, David, you can flip over and see that baby up there. That is a full-on digital mixer with presets, and what that means to you that are not techies is it means when somebody gets in there and acts like they know what they're doing, you hit one button, it goes right back to it when it was perfect when our guys set it up. Now, in the lighting world, as you can see, I love this so very much when you do LED lighting. This is all Chauvet Pro Series. I'm sure you've seen a cutaway of everything we put up in the ceiling. Before, it was like a heat lamp up here. The pastor even said I was easily losing weight when I pastored out. Now it's nice and cool and easy, and you can change this to any color that you desire. So River of Light Church, Warner Robins, Georgia, Corder Road, you got to get down here and see what they are doing because they are doing God and they're doing God right.
Hi, my name is Dwayne Evers. I'm the lead pastor at River of Light Church in Warner Robins, Georgia. And we are just thrilled with the production and the product that we receive from Ken's audio and video. I mean, these guys really walked us through the whole process from day one to the conclusion. If there were any bumps in the road, we worked them out together. They stayed with us. They came, they trained us, they helped us. And now on Sunday, we're so different and we're so excited about what God is doing at this church and how that the Lord is transforming lives through this ministry. And Ken's has given us the tools to reach people in a more effective way. We invite you to come and see what Ken has done and come see what God is doing at the River of Light Church in Warner Robins, Georgia. God bless you and use Ken's because they're fantastic people.
All right, now, when you come into the Warner Robins Superstore, I got to tell you, we've got, this is, as you can tell because they're the same size as I am, this is an 80-inch Smart Aquas. These are going to be an amazing, ready for this, they are $800 off of our regular price right now on this, and they've got 12 and 24-month 0% financing if that kind of helps us get it into your house. We've got furniture to go with them if you want to sit it. We also have the big giant mounts that are mount them on the wall if you like that idea. But when you come into this store, which is at 2040 Watson Boulevard, you need to come in and look. We've got a bunch of panels in stock, but here's what it is. We're super choosy. I had somebody come in one day and said, you know, I went into one of the big box stores, I won't say, but it rhymes with Schmeshmai, and they went in there and they said, look, I was overwhelmed. They had 150 TVs in there and I didn't know what to buy. And I said, well, here's the deal. We carry 3 brands, and it's 3 brands that we trust. That's number one. We service all of them in store, and we kind of really picky, choosy as to what we do. And the reason we do that is so you don't buy something that's outdated in 14 days from now. It makes sense, right? So when you come in here, we've got 4K, which 4K is the reason all these other panels have become such good deals. I was talking about the Toshiba 58 being such a good deal. It's because 4K is on the horizon now and it's so strong. These are going to start at just $1,299 now, depending on the size of the 4K, which is 4,000 lines of resolution. Obviously, I have them on demo where you can do that. We have a demo fireplace with it hanging over just to give you some ideas and some dream world for you. And then they go all the way down to the 32s that are going to be all the way down as low as $244. The reason I bring all this to you is we have all the sizes in stock. And what you want to do is you want to come into the Warner Robins store and you want to see one of these fellows right here. That's Gary right there, and that's Scott. He's the boss down there, and there's Sarah. She's just wonderful. And you kind of let them do what they do. Their job is to make sure you get what you want, keep it in your budget, but most of all that it's a fun thing. You know what I mean? All right, now Toshiba, their new Cinema series for 15, it comes in a 58, it comes in a 65. They're both smart panel TVs, and a lot of folks kind of keep asking a lot of questions about smart. This one actually comes with a Netflix button built into the remote, which I think is very cool, but it has all types of apps already built into it. You can do weather, music, I mean, anything you can think of is kind of built into it, provided you have an internet connection in your home now. So the remote control is kind of simple and easy to use, which I love. Now, this is the 58. Look at the clarity on this panel. It is an amazing 58-inch that comes with a 240 hertz refresh. I love the new Lexan panels. They're very, very durable. It has very good sound, considering a TV that's this thin means it only has speakers that are this thin, so it does really good in that area. You can actually hear the dialogue, which I think is very cool. Now, that's just a small sample, but the idea being is, listen to this. While supplies last, you can get the 58-inch for $994. That is an amazing price for a TV this big with this type of technology and this brand, and we are their service station. What that means to you is if there's an issue down the road, I don't send it off to 1-800-DON'T-CARE.com. I call my Toshiba rep, he gives us permission, and if we can't repair it, you get a brand new one when you're under warranty. Now, that's a big deal. All right, my men, Gary and Justin and Kurt, which is one of our service managers as well, they all just went out to get their certification at NAMM, which is the National Association of Music Merchants, which in the music world, this is the mother of all shows, if you want to put it that way. So they went out there to get their certification from guys like PV and Shure and Audio Technica and Yamaha and everything. I'm sure you've seen cutaways of them out there. I mean, it was an amazing thing. We also learned that we are the #2 PV dealer in the state of Georgia, which was really cool because we got to sit in one of these really cool tables and they had a big rock concert and all this stuff, but it wasn't just about that. They went there to get knowledge of what is coming for 2015 and 16, and let me just tell you that I'm just kind of giving you a little piece, like a little morsel right here. It is unreal the way the music world is fixing to change. So go into NAMM's website and you can get a little kind of pictorial of what is NAMM and just look at what all was going on last week. What a blessing. Awesome. All right, a lot of folks don't realize in the guitar world, I try to keep a wall full. We have been selling so much lately. Tax season has just kicked in, so if you've worked all year, you can reward yourself with your music passion. I love it. But we get a lot of stuff on trade, which we take trades. Now, this is a Epiphone, which is this is a pre-owned model, but check it out. It's a lefty, and this is a $650 guitar that you can buy for $249 at the music store in Macon, Georgia. So when you come in here, just look at these guitars. Amazing deals right now. The PV Session, which is one of my favorite. I love the finish on this guitar. $600 is just half price at $299. Check this out. I love this PV, the SC2, called the Cherry Burst. Everybody recognizes this is kind of a copy of some of the world's great $5,000 guitars that you can buy for $229. And you got to just get in here and check this out. Now, it's not just the 199s. I have some folks that come here that think all we carry is the entry-level guitars, and got a lot of folks that come in and buy because we carry the high-end, like the Breedloves and the Taylors and all those guys, and PRS. We keep all of it in stock to fit whatever your passion or your budget is. So when you come in, talk to Gary and Richie and just find out which one best fits your groove. All right, the Cajon, which is kind of popular in the coffee house gig world, is an amazing device. These are on sale, $129. I'm sure you've seen them. They're amazing. The bass end of it is just amazing sound quality. I had another gentleman tell me that his son uses in his dorm where he doesn't have room for a giant drum kit, but he can still practice. Awesome. $129 on sale at the music store in Macon, Georgia. Love it. All right, now the Buddha foot pedals are arguably the very best. This is their premium grade called the Boutique, and they are on sale right now at our music store for $99. Boutique, $99. Awesome. And we are at the Rock Ranch, which is Chick-fil-A's deal, and check this out. we have just gotten finished wiring up their train. That's right, their train that carries the kids all the way around this incredible campus. I mean, this thing is huge. I think they said 4 miles of land, and I just love what they stand for. What we've done is they needed a way to have audio, and that's where my men come in. And check this out. What we did is we put in our own amplifier, our own MP3 input, our own wireless microphone, and a way to record messages. You've got a switch right here that when we flip this switch, it sends a signal back there. There's my guys.
Welcome aboard the Rock Ranch Railroad. Please keep your hands and arms inside the car at all times and remain seated until the train has come to a complete stop. Thank you for riding the Rock Ranch Railroad.
Is that not an insane situation? It has 2 pre-recorded messages, and basically there's our guys Gene and Adam, and they went to a lot of work to make sure this worked, because you still have to service these trains. And check this out. We put in these waterproof connections right here that allows them to disconnect and service these trains, and it goes all the way to the back because you have 3 really, really big cars here. As you see, they're very excited about riding this train. Now, in the end, it's all JBL-driven Audio-Technica microphone, and the coolest part about it is this stuff is built for the weather. This train is outside every single day of the year, and when it comes to maintaining, it's all done and simple. As you see right up here where Adam is, he's up into the conductor's area because they'll be wearing the microphone that I'm wearing right now. See? And this will allow them to be able to speak to the kids when they do their thing. I'm telling you what, the Rock Ranch Chick-fil-A, bada bing, bada bang. 2003 Jeep Wrangler. I ain't letting you know, I've had Jeeps before. They do not have good headlights. And here's the deal. If you've noticed, the kind of the new thing that people like is they like the halo rings like BMW kind of started with a long time ago. A lot of the German cars come with this LED lighting in the front. But with this is kind of a cool design feature, but you can also make it where you can see. Now, you know what HID lights are. I showed you those a couple of shows back, the really bright lenses where you can see all the way down, and that's the way it's supposed to be from a safety standpoint. This particular client, she chose green halos, and check this out, starting at $149 and up. Depending on your vehicle, it may apply more or less or whatever it is, but check it out. Boom. Look at that. That is insane. So this is a brand new headlight assembly, which my men installed, and they do their thing with this. And this is just kind of the cool design factor, if you want, which I think is super cool. Now, with the HIDs, you want to be able to see, wait till you see this, HIDs are unbelievably bright. It's so hard for you to tell, but if you want to come around here and get right on point with these things, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It will absolutely saturate the camera on my iPhone there. Now, what's cool in this, let's go back to the halos, is it's really cool, but it's affordable. Think about it. For $149 to $199 for a pair, you can see on a vehicle that probably had a technology that was already 20 years old before it got put in. These things are made to go off-road. They're not really thinking about that side of it. Now, when you come in, talk to one of the specialists in Macon or Warner Robins and let them just go through the details and find out what best suits your car. Because we can do aftermarket fog light kits, LED kits, and now the halo rings. That's the new thing, and they come in every color in the rainbow. Macon and Warner Robins, that is how it is done. All right, and a lot of the vehicles that we do, this is what's most important. This Dynamat, what this does is not only does it keep cool in or keep heat in when you need it to be, but it keeps sound out. And when you have a sports car like this, which being a very, very awesome Grand Sport Corvette, you want to try to keep this thing as quiet as you can. We'll come in and take all the panels out, put the sound deadening in. It also keeps bass in. The original reason we do them is when they put big systems in, it keeps all the rattles in the car out. But you just see here, it's all lined all the way edge to edge. This is Mike. That's what he does down here at our Warner Robins Superstore. So when you come down, talk to the guys about Dynamat, see what it takes to do your whole car, your doors. Definitely want to do, if you do new speakers in your doors, you definitely want to consider Dynamat because it just gives it that little extra wonderfulness. All right, now, this is awesome. This is old school to the old school. This is the Fat Cat car. This is a S500 Coupe, 1990 model. I'm talking about, I love this. I was so in love with this car when it came out, but what it did not have is a good sound system. It was terrible. Of course, it had a tape deck, but back then, it still had about 10 speakers in this vehicle. It just wasn't great. Now what I've done here is this came with what they call a single DIN unit, which is good because we can put this. This is Alpine. I love this piece. They have a series called the 148 BT and this 149 BT, and it's AM, FM, CD. It has USB. It has a mini. The USB comes out. It can go into the center console, so you can plug in and charge your devices. But let me tell you, this is one of the best sounding head units. I have an '86 Camaro myself, and I put this radio in there. And the reason I bring that to you is, out of all the radios I could pick, I choose that one because the sound clarity is unbelievable. And for the $200 to $350 range, there is not a better sounding CD player than this Alpine, and I'm telling you point blank. Now, it has Bluetooth, so you see you got the Bluetooth mic up top right here. It has Bluetooth audio, which I'm streaming now. So you see I've got, listen to this clarity, by the way, listen to this.
This is how it goes. Tell them where I'm at, from the plaque to the everything fat got
That is so crazy how you hear the clarity. Now, it had speaker pods in the doors. This is kind of the old school way they used to do it, and you're probably seeing a cutaway of that right now. So we had to build the entire door out to hold the speakers we wanted to do. Now, the way we did this is Alpine. This is Type R speakers front and back, which is really, really nice. But the cool thing is, I'm gonna take you back here, check this out. He did not want to take up his trunk. So here you have this trunk, because back then, if you look up in this rear window right here, you've got these subwoofers they used to come with from the factory. We removed this entire deck out, Dynamatted the deck, and put our own 6-inch woofers inside there. Now, you're seeing a cutaway right now, right here. We put in JL's HD 900/5 amplifier that's hidden in here, which is where the factory Mercedes amplifier was back in the day. So it all goes into the factory location. All the harnesses are put back together. The whole trunk goes back together. And if he wants to go on a road trip in his very, very cool 2-door S500, and let me tell you, he's got the option to do that. Now, end of the day, we have lost none of the creature comforts. We have all of the sound quality of a modern vehicle, and he still kind of has that cool, modern German muscle car, if you want to call it that. So when you come in, get with one of the specialists in the Macon of the Warner Robins store and let them choose what fits your budget. But more importantly, look, this is going to be in here a little while. Buy the right stuff up front. Awesome. All right, something unique about this vehicle is it did not have power windows or power door locks. So we put in the power door locks to work off of his remote Viper system, which allows him to lock and unlock the doors, but it didn't have it. It had roll-up windows right here. So we do a company, a lot of the guys in the classic car world know that we do this, but a lot of guys in vehicles like this just don't realize how much of this we do. And we came in and put in our own power windows. It's made by a company called Spall. They're very good at what they do, but it allows them one touch up and down, which is nice. And it's just like power windows that we put in our own, that come in our vehicles when we're spoiled rotten. Now, these are super cool. These kits are going to be anywhere from $299 and up, depending on what you buy, and then plus your installation and stuff like this. This is a very custom and trick job to do. We've probably done maybe 400 or 500 of them over the span of our 36 years of being here, but it's a cool feature that you don't realize how much you love until you've been in a vehicle that had it. That just gentleman rented a vehicle and it had power windows. He goes, gosh, I don't really think I realized how much I wanted that. So of course, bada bing, bada bang, our men do it right. All right, thank you so much for watching our show. Wow, did we get to do a bunch this month. Thank you so much for letting us serve y'all. It's amazing how we've kind of spread our wings out and gone all over the place, from Georgia to Alabama to Florida. But let me tell you, man, we love what we do, okay? And the reason I put that out there is you can dream all you want in the audio, video, and the music world, and I'm telling you from the car audio side as well, you can dream it, and these guys and gals that work for us, they can build it, invent it, create it, make it. They do it all. We spend a tremendous amount of money a year to make sure our service side of our company stays tip-top from knowledge and have the right people at the right place to make sure we serve you. That's a big deal to us, and I thank you for that. Let me leave you with this. Galatians 3:26 says, basically it says, we are all children of God through our faith in Jesus Christ. What that means is, if you remember when your kids, if you have kids, remember your kids are young, you just love them no matter what. They can't do anything for you not to love them, right? And as they get older, it becomes performance-based. We all think that we have to perform for God to love us as we get older. He says, you're my child regardless of your age. What that means is, I love you no matter what. God loves you no matter what. Isn't that cool? Come see us at Ken's in Macon in Warner Robins.
Little George.